Hello everyone, today I'm gonna show you how to build an ASP.NET MVC application and host it on Microsoft Azure Cloud. To do that, I'm gonna use Visual Studio IDE, take a new project. I'm gonna select here, I can directly create an Azure website by clicking on Cloud and ASP.NET web application, or I can just create a normal ASP.NET web application and then add, add Azure as a host later. I'm gonna do this process first, so I'm gonna call this project as Azure example dot my initials KA, and I'm gonna add it to the source control as well. MVC, and I'm gonna go with no authentication, and this is the important part. If you normally you won't check this box if you don't wanna host it on Microsoft Azure, but I'm gonna check it and host it on Azure. It will need my Azure credentials to log in. If you have created one, you must will be logged in just a moment. And we can configure our settings here. As you can see, it is suggesting a name for our Azure website. I can just take off the numerals and try to see if this one is available. No, it's taken. Say I'm gonna say for 2, and the region would be, because I'm in Sydney, I'm selecting Australian East Region Center. I'm going with no database. Because I have checked the connect to source, add source control, it got me this option to choose the way to put my repo in. So I'm gonna go with Team Foundation Servers version control, or if you want you can select GitHub's repo. Click OK and select the repo you are using, and as you can see here in the output box, my Microsoft Azure website KA2 is ready. And to start the website up and running, I'm gonna publish it from Visual Studio IDE. Just click on this. This is an Azure dialog box, so you are basically publishing a website, so you can manage your profiles from here. And I'm gonna check my connection. If it's good, it gives me green tick. Next, I'm gonna go with release configuration rather than debug configuration. And if you want, you can also preview the files that are going to add. If you don't want to add any files, you can just uncheck the boxes, publish, and as you can see from the output window here, publish has started. Done. And you can see the website is loading now. This is the basic template that got created, just normal ASP/VC website. And as you can see from this output window, there's publish success message, publish succeeded. Now I'm gonna first I should have shown you this one, where if you run in Visual Studio, and it will show the locally hosted website that is basically on our local IIS servers. As you can see here, the Azure example.ka got created and the website is opening in a second. As you can see, this is locally hosted website and this is the Azure hosted website. Now I'm going to do some basic editing and try to check in this one into my version control, that is TFS, and in doing so I'll be able to, since I have added my source control, I will do some editings now. Just name it as Krishna's example, and I'm gonna save it. And before I check in, I can connect my TFS to my Azure link. So to manage my Azure websites, we'll have to go to Azure portal called manage.windowsazure.com. Put in your credential, click sign in, and in a few seconds the Azure portal gonna load up. As you can see, the Azure portal showing all the websites that are being hosted of mine, and this is our KA2. If you click on that one, we will go into the dashboard. This is the first message we got: your site has been created. That is basically a template, and if you wanna set up your automatic deployment, you can connect our TFS online from here, or GitHub, whatever you like. I'm gonna go with Visual Studio and put in my Visual Studio login details. Select the repo you're gonna deploy to, and now it is linking up the team project. As you can see the message here, the Visual Studio project is linked to Windows Azure website. Click OK, and now I'm gonna save my changes again, and if I check in here, this will automatically, before I check in, let me show you the build. Build definition, I'm going to enable my queue, and the trigger, as you can see, is already preset to continuous integration. That was because we have, as I can, because we have linked up our Azure website from TFS Online. So if you want to configure any build defaults, you can configure it here. And processes, so basically I'm gonna select my project here. Add a project which is KA2. Before doing that, I'm gonna check in first. It's gonna take a few seconds. The check-in is successful, and if you can see the bins, you will find that KA2 is queued up for publishing. As you can see, KA2 is queued up, and we'll have to edit this build definition, and I will add the current solution to the process. And if I save this one, now the publishing has started. If you can double click this one, we can view the it's gonna take a few seconds. What we can expect from here is that once this build is completed, it's gonna automatically deploy, as you can confirm from the Azure portal here. It is currently deploying. This is the local version, and this Azure website will be seeing Krishna's Azure example instead of this ASP.NET heading. Done. As you can see, the build is succeeded, and the deployment summary says your website was deployed to this website URL, and you can confirm this from Azure portal as well. Active deployment completed, deployed by, and if you want to browse to the website, you can just click on this link and it will take you to the Azure hosted website. You see, the heading tag was replaced with my edit. That's it, folks. See how easy it is to link up your TFS online and enable the continuous integration from your Azure portal and hosting your ASP.NET MVC applications on cloud. Thanks for watching my video. Krishna Alvada signing.